But anyway, ladies and gents, obviously Disney disaster, from one disaster to another. Fantastic Four
Oh
is said
no.
to be a woke disaster. I know, what a
Is
headline.
anybody
So,
surprised?
No.
oh God, no. I don't think anyone would be surprised by this. But here it is. Look, it's all about representation. Let's take a look, right? So back in May, Jeff Snyder was the first to offer that Fantastic Four movie is all about Sue Storm, which the writer of Cosmic Book News pointed out that it fits with Kevin Feige's diverse approach to the MCU, starting with Captain Marvel, then Phase 4, 5, and beyond. So here's what was stated back in May. Original rumors tweeted about how Sue Storm is the role in Fantastic Four. They wanted to build the cast around Sue Storm. This is supposedly the standout role in the movie, which means they went to an actress for Sue Storm first. So that's their priority, basically. But apparently, it's even worse, ladies and gents. So that's pretty bad anyway. But sometimes a good script can save stuff like that. But of course, when the inception of your film is absolute nonsense, everything else is going to be nonsense as well. So Fantastic Four script isn't good. Rumors for months have offered that various actors have potentially been cast in the roles, but it's been said that all the actors parted ways and decided not to do the film, which is said to include Margot Robbie, Emma Stone, Adam Driver, Matt Smith, and lots more.
Margot Robbie.
Regarding Adam Driver, it's been said that he wasn't happy with the script, so he turned down the role. Where this individual pointed out he probably doesn't want to do another Star Wars The Last Jedi. That's true, as he already went through that nonsense before, where Rey was propped up at the expense of the other characters, which is true. And he's got a shitty track record working with Disney in general. So the latest rumors offer that Marvel is going back to Adam Driver with a revised script, which of course means that the current original Fantastic Four script isn't good. Which, no.
Really?
So the script needs to be fixed, apparently. Again, with Feige's diverse agenda, this individual speculate that Fantastic Four movie likely makes Sue Storm look good and the other characters look bad, which of course is woke. And according to a new rumor, this individual is 100% right. So WDW Pro, great friend of the channel as well, claims to have been told by insiders that Fantastic Four lines up exactly what's been stated for months. So what is it? Scroll down. Sue Storm can't live up to her full potential. WDW Pro offers that the film makes Mr. Fantastic look bad compared to Sue Storm. This is massively believable. This came to us from a high-level source. This is WDW Pro, one of our highest-level sources. 6 months ago, according to the source, a Fantastic Four movie was a Sue Storm-centric. Reed Richards in Fantastic Four was only referred to as Mr. Fantastic, ironically, in the film, even negatively. I can see that as well. You're Mr. Fantastic. You can see that sort of eye roll moment from people. So then apparently Sue Storm in the movie hasn't been able to live up to her full potential because she's in a relationship with Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, Lord.
Sue's been sacrificing so much of herself being in a relationship with him. For fuck's sake. Just honestly, there's loads of people that pass on this. There's not much else really to dive into with this, to be fair. You know, apparently Reed Richards is so poorly depicted that some actors have passed on playing the role. They did not want to be involved with the toxic masculinity style portrayal. He was never really like, weird. Apparently the original director also left, at least partly due to the same issue. So the overall message from this source, again, is that Fantastic Four movie is largely being done because the original Fantastic Four features essentially 4 people of European descent, so they're just going to change everyone as well, which is just nonsense. So they're trying to meet these quotas. Lots of representation, ladies and gents. Lots of representation. They're twisting themselves in knots, according to the source. So it just sounds like absolute nonsense. And the thing is, I can believe this because this is not a hard movie to get right. Like, it's not that difficult to get a Fantastic Four movie right at all. All of this is believable. 100%. It's absolutely believable. But I hand it on over to you. What do you guys think?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've literally dissected every single good thing out there in the world, and they continue to do it, much to their detriment. This particular story has been well written. This is the quote unquote first family of Marvel, and now you want to recoup on that legacy. I don't, like you said, this could be, if they were to go about doing this and getting this made the way they want to, with all of the politics that they want to interject into it, they could literally destroy the very future of any further Marvel film. That's sounds rather harsh, but I believe that to be true, because I don't know how you're going to recover after the Marvels comes out. How are you going to bounce back?
Oh God, that film as well. Yeah, that film's coming out, isn't it? Jesus, that had a massive budget.
You have nothing in the can that anybody's interested in. You don't have anything to bring people back in, like Guardians. Guardians are gone.
Yeah.
So what do you have left outside of bringing Tony Stark back? What do you have left?
Well, they don't, do they? I mean, they what? Yeah, they don't. There isn't anything really. Not with Marvel. Nothing that's going to get people excited. But Tom, you're a massive lover of Fantastic Four, consistently wanting it to be set in the, was it 60s, 70s?
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
Well, like I said, I was going to say there, it sounds like that's the only way we're going to get a white version of Mr. Fantastic, is he's going to be a toxic male, of course.
Yeah.
And that makes complete sense why they would have Adam Driver, or at least that was the person they were eyeballing for the longest time, it sounded like. So you can have him kind of be a jerk. And so what are you going to do then? Make Dr. Doom a victim of circumstance, or what? Like, at the end of the, like, this whole thing just reeks of stupidity. I don't, what is taking them so long to get to this point? That's my big question is, you spent $70 billion with a B billion on Fox. And at this point, we've said this before, I'm having a hard time seeing what you bought it for outside of getting these characters back. Yet at the same time, you've done absolutely nothing with them. Not anything.
So strange.
And I'm just sitting here going, okay, you've been sitting on these characters for 5+ years now since the Fox deal. They've done, as we pointed out, a Predator movie. They've got an Alien project on the way, and they've got a couple of smaller movies, most of which were probably either on a shelf or in pre-production or whatever before the time, they were even bought, or the Fox was even bought. Because as far as I can tell at this point, they have done nothing. They have no idea where they're really going with this. I mean, we keep hearing rumors that, things are kind of in chaos right now at Marvel, and rightfully so, because they've screwed the pooch, and it's probably going to take them just as long to unfuck this mess, or twice as long to unfuck this mess as it did to get them into it. And Fantastic Four could be one of those things, and X-Men could definitely be one of those things to get them out of this mess if it's done right. But if you do it wrong, you're set back again for how long? Because you don't have much left at this point. You have shot your wad on the Infinity Saga. You have killed off or gotten rid of most of your main characters. All you've got left really is Thor and Spider-Man, and Thor's a babysitter now. I mean,
well, he doesn't want to come back anyway.
Well, yeah, you hear random things. It's like, he's interested as long as it's probably not with Waititi, is what it sounds like to me. But that's just my interpretation of it. But at the end of the day, what have you got left? Like, sure, Culture's right. They don't have the Guardians. They've got that supposed spinoff with Chris Pratt coming up. But we'll see how well that works out without James Gunn involved. And I have zero interest. I really wish at this point, with the way things are going at DC and what James Gunn's doing over there compared to what's going on I wish they would have just fired Kevin Feige and put James Gunn in charge of Marvel at this point.
Well, I mean, that was the plan, right?
Like, he wasn't supposed to take over, but he was going to take over the cosmic side because they were going to spread out the responsibility. And that was why I believe they've had so many problems since Endgame, is because that plan got tossed out the window, and Feige was probably going to concentrate more on the Disney Plus side of things, as to where Gunn was probably going to concentrate on more of the movie side of things, because that would make sense, right? Because they kept saying he was going to oversee the cosmic side of things, which is all the stuff that's not grounded, basically the Disney Plus shit.
It's so funny how strange events like firing the wrong person can lead to catastrophe for entire parts of your company. You just watched it happen with Star Wars after during Mandalorian season 2. They just build up all this goodwill, and they get rid of Gina Carano, right? James Gunn, they listen to a lot of tattletale bologna sausage in the background, and they pitch him out the door. And I'm like, you can directly tie the colossal f-ups to terrible leadership decisions across the board, all tied to politics. It's a problem.
Well, again, that goes back to that. I think it was Finbar White that said it. I'm pretty certain it was. That said, it was Finbar that said, can Disney be saved? No, I mean, that's the example of it. All those things, consistent failures, consistent mistakes, consistent missteps, it comes from that. It's the rot at the core